Hi, I'm Carlann Ferguson. I'm an executive coach and behavioral change expert. In this short video, I am going to show you a proven, powerful method that will uncover unconscious biases and beliefs. This journey allows leaders to change who they are at the deepest levels. So let me show you how it works. Our biases start from our past experience. Some of these experiences were scary, and these experiences created subconscious fears. Because at the time we're in fear, our body goes to fight or flight, and our brains are quickly trying to figure out what is safe, what is unsafe, what will bring us pain, what will bring us pleasure. And it forms rules from what worked in those situations. Those rules get set as always or never. For example, because of my early life experiences with a dad prone to rage attacks, I formed a subconscious belief of always be strong, never show weakness. In addition to my own subconscious beliefs, there are others that are handed down from well-meaning loved ones attempting to keep us safe. Likewise, many of their beliefs were formed out of fears. My father was fearful of not having enough status in society, and he equated that status with money, and he saw this as power. He placed me in a fear state that there wasn't enough money for everyone, and that you better have more than someone else to be respected. His prejudices came from this fear that if everybody had an equal opportunity to amass wealth, he would lose ground. He created always never statements around those fears that would give him an advantage that in his mind would keep him safe. Most of those statements were about the superiority of whites. Because if whites were more intelligent, if whites were more capable, and he was white, then he had a better chance of amassing that wealth. As I grew up, I knew that the subject of money caused me great anxiety. And at the subconscious level, I believed that there really was some sort of invisible hierarchy where only a few could be successful in this world. I was lucky because when I was young, I had a very diverse group of friends. So his statements of perceived facts would just confuse me. One of his favorite mantras was that whites are intellectually superior to other races. Well, in elementary school, my best friend was Brazilian. She had dark skin, and she was also smarter than me. She always got better grades than me. So I thought, well, that's not always true, but maybe she was an outlier. As I grew up, I had more experiences, and I had more examples that his belief was not true. But there was still something going on. Oh my gosh! Those teachings had been numerous and had been just put into my head. So I'd be ready to meet somebody who wasn't white, and his derogatory statement of fact would go off in my head, and I'd hear it in his voice. And I would have to wrestle with my subconscious that it wasn't true. Once I had this wrestling done, I could proceed and put my hand out and be very friendly to the person I was going to meet. But in those brief seconds of this wrestling going on in my head, I'm sure that there were micro inequities as I had this tug of war going on. This unconscious dialogue was not in alignment to my own values. So this would lead to guilt and shame. And that in turn would undermine my self-confidence, my self-esteem. Likewise, my own beliefs that I had formed from my own past experiences and fears would also undermine my effectiveness as a leader. My mantra of always be strong, never be weak would lead to impulsive actions, like judging someone who was crying when they were passed over for a promotion. My mind chatter would just jump to, stop being such a crybaby. No wonder you were passed over for a promotion. You're too weak. Luckily, I wouldn't say it, but this judgment and my negative facial expressions and my inability to console this individual were not aligned to the accepting leader I wanted to be. I wanted to be that leader who could show compassion and understanding, And this misalignment would then lead to guilt and shame. And this in turn would undermine my self-esteem and confidence. The problem with traditional diversity and inclusion training is that it attempts to address the core beliefs of the individual. However, these are tightly locked away in our subconscious. Our conscious brain isn't even aware yet that they're there. So we think we're not part of the problem. Instead, we actually need to approach this in the opposite direction. We start with the self-doubt these beliefs cause, and then we slowly peel back the onion so as not to lock down these subconscious beliefs. I've created a carefully planned, step-by-step, small group coaching experience, and we've unlocked the leader's behaviors, subconscious fears, and subconscious beliefs. Each step of this 12-week journey brings them closer and closer to the leader they want to be. All of this is done within a safe space. They're one of 6 leaders experiencing this profound journey. They don't bring in their title, they don't bring in their company, but we make certain that nobody else from their company or a competitor company is present. None of the sessions are recorded for the same reason, confidentiality, because where you start at the beginning of the journey is not who you are when you end the journey. The benefits to individuals are profound. They reprogram their beliefs to fit their adult experiences and change not only who they are at work, but who they are at home. And the impact to organizations are huge. These leaders come in and create truly inclusive environments. They leverage differences. They increase engagement. They increase their own credibility as a leader. Now, this journey is not for everyone. It is specifically designed for your executives and key leaders who are ready to take their self-awareness even deeper. Our past participants have included CEOs, executives, and key leaders from the following companies. As you can see, these are companies of all different sizes, all different industries, because self-doubt and biases and subconscious beliefs are common to everyone. I want to personally invite you to join me in one of these tribes. Experience it for yourself. See what it's like to go through that, and then determine if it's right for your other executives and leaders. This invitation is risk-free. If you don't find this to be a personally profound journey, then just let me know, and I'll refund your coaching fee. Let's get on a call so I can answer any questions you have and show you some more details of the program. Or just take the leap and sign up and experience what erasing self-doubt can do for you and your leaders.